Delegation from Georgia attending the Republican convention in Milwaukee says the event has a positive vibe tonight. They say the mood is upbeat largely because of Trump's reaction during Saturday's shooting. 11 Live Doug Richards joins us in the studio with more. Doug?
Ron, Georgia Republicans held a delegation meeting at their hotel headquarters 50 miles southwest of downtown Milwaukee today, and it sounds like they were in pretty high spirits with a range of emotions given the shooting Saturday.
I would say that it has been uplifting, and I would say everybody's pulled together and we're all unified.
Sally Grubbs is the chairwoman of Cobb County's Republican Party. She says the Georgia delegation is keenly anticipating Donald Trump's convention speech later this week, in light of the flesh wound he sustained Saturday in Pennsylvania during what authorities have described as an assassination attempt. Trump was smothered by Secret Service agents within seconds, then emerged a moment later, bleeding from his ear and pumping his fist to the crowd.
I mean, you could tell after he got up from, being on the ground with Secret Service covering him, when he said fight, 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 it was a huge moment. And it exemplified what he's been trying to do the whole time, which is, if we want to save this country, we have to stand up for it.
At a political convention that had been expected to be fairly predictable, Grubbs says Saturday's shooting has ramped up the emotion behind the event.
I think everybody's traumatized from what happened yesterday, but people are determined and know that this is the time that we stand with President Trump and we get him nominated.
So, Doug, I know that you've attended rallies for both Biden and Trump right here in Georgia. What struck you about security during that time?
Well, surprisingly, there's a party line difference between what Republicans do and Democrats do. Mm-hmm. When Joe Biden has held events in Atlanta, Democrats have been very guarded about actually disclosing the location until just a few hours beforehand. When Trump holds rallies, they announce it days in advance to try to get as large a crowd in as possible. The Democrats almost have an opposite strategy to limit the size of the crowd. Mm-hmm. As an obvious security measure. It's a curious, and it's only really emerged like that sort of in the last 10 years.
Okay, an interesting contrast between the security developments there. Okay, Doug, thanks a lot. Appreciate